Hello, everyone. I just want to share about my owner's experience having to purchase this new Jeep Wrangler JL, the 2018 model. This specific trim as the Sport um, S, I guess, or I don't know. It says Sport here on the branding, but yeah, it has some added features. Leather steering wheel, the power options, power windows. Um, it has the upgraded stereo, the Alpine, and I think that's about it for the upgrades in this thing. It doesn't even have a like a running board, but anyway. Um. Oh, it has this Mopar all terrain or I don't know all weather floor mats. It's got an automatic transmission. Um, yeah, I guess it has an upgraded screen to 7-inch, I guess. But basically, this is the sport model. So I noticed that on the Sahara, this thing is like very shiny or glossy, and the rounds here are brushed aluminum on the Sahara, and here there's some brushed aluminums there in the Sahara. But this thing, the sport, is like all black and everything else. So I think you guys should know that too when you try to determine which trim you're choosing. But I like it though. It's definitely a good contrast to the white body color, especially here the roof rack or like the roof, not roof rack, the freedom top. So it's white and basically everything else is black and white. So yeah, um, this thing is awesome though. It's the first time I drove one. First time I've been in Jeep Wrangler. It's awesome. So you should uh, you should consider if you're considering like an SUV or a car that's gonna be you're gonna be having for the rest of your life. I think this should be the thing that you should consider. I mean, one of the things. Um, yeah, driving wise, the power is adequate. It's not really slow at all. It's not even slow. It's fast. It's quick, and um, I've had this Jeep, this Wrangler, for like 4 or 5 days now, and I've been driving around um home to work, and I just drove like around 2.5 hours on the freeway. I noticed that the wind noise, not really the road noise, the wind noise is you definitely can hear it. Um, yeah, it's mostly on the let's see, let me get in here. It's kind of hot today. Anyways, yeah, this is the inside when you're in the driver's seat. It really looks awesome. Looks like a tank or something. Yeah, but anyway, the wind noise basically comes like on this part, this area here, the top part, and when you feel it, there's no wind coming in. It's just the noise. So I know this thing is sealed properly, so you don't have to worry about it. It's just a noise. Um, but I got the Alpine stereo system, so it's it's very much compensated noise wise. But overall, this thing is awesome. There's nothing like it. Um, just to let you know, I come from my previous car that I traded was a Honda Civic, 2017 Honda Civic. So like riding this thing is like enormous. Like it's massive for me. It feels massive, but when you're inside, it's even like this and this part here. It's not big at all. It's small. Well, it feels big when you drive it because you sit way up high. Um, what else? What else? Owner's impression overall, this thing is really good. I'm averaging 19 miles per gallon. Um, just average driving, not really aggressive, not nothing much special right there. But um, yeah, there's a lot of ups and downs with owning this thing, I guess. Because first of all, um, the miles per gallon, the gas consumption is not that good. Um, 19 is it's not bad, but if you're trying to be efficient, that's not good at all. But the wind noise and oh, and the cost, the overall cost of this thing is quite expensive too. This trim with all the upgrades that I have mentioned is around 42,000 US dollars. So it's on the expensive side, even if this is just the sport model, the sport trim. So it's expensive. How much more if you get the Sahara? That will be like around 40, 46 or 48 or something with all these upgrades that you want. Yeah, it's expensive. The cost to make, I guess, the daily living cost or whatever you want to call it, the gas. Yeah, it's on the expensive side. The wind noise, if you're driving every day on the freeway around 70 to 80 miles per hour, then it's you're gonna notice it on. Well, this is my fifth day of driving this thing, so I'm probably not used to everything else. Um, yeah, the wind noise if you drive on the freeway every day, so you might consider that one if this is your only car. Make it as a daily driver. 'Cause this thing is my only car. I mean truck or whatever. My only vehicle for work, for or I just want to have like a single vehicle to use. So there's not much um, comfort. I mean, comfort wise, yeah, it's not bumpy. It's not even bumpy like what they say on YouTube when this guy's review some vehicles. Um, it's comfortable. It's just the noise that comes on the um, top left corner of the Jeep when you drive this thing, like around 80 or 70 miles per hour. So, but anyways, this is a Wrangler, guys. This is a Jeep Wrangler, and this is the new one. And I'm willing to, compensate, or I'm willing to sacrifice all those things, gas mileage, the wind noise. That's my main issue, I guess, if you call it an issue of owning this thing or the cost to own. I'm willing to compensate everything just to have this thing. I think this is well worth the money. I mean, it. I don't mind owning this thing for the rest of my life. Well, I'm not bashing the Civic, but I'd rather own a Wrangler for 30 years than owning a Civic for 30 years and no making payments. So, yeah, um, it's so cool. There's nothing like it. I really love it. It's awesome. It's quick. It's fast, and it feels fast too go when you accelerate when you're around um, 70 to 80 miles per hour in the highway. It feels fast. It doesn't feel like well, probably because you're hearing a lot of wind noise, but yeah, it feels fast. It's very confidence inspiring to drive, not just because it's big, but because it's a Wrangler. And you get to have the Wrangler wave when you meet one with another Wrangler. So overall, this thing is really awesome. Oh, it's really nice. It's got a dark tint from factory. So no running boards. That's my next project, I guess. Well, all right, guys. I'm voting this. I mean, I'm putting this one 8 out of 10. If for just like an overall rating, not necessarily off road or on road, but on my opinion, this is like an 8 out of 10, just because it's so cool and there's nothing like it. So, guys, buy one if you have a chance. All right, thanks.